Welcome to Schueys BBQ, where you'll learn the tips and tricks to master your grill. Today, I'm going to be cooking battered BBQ wings. Now, if you do like this video, don't forget, give me the thumbs up, share it with your mates, but the best thing you can do for yourself is hit the subscribe and the bell buttons. That way, you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. So, let's get into it. That's right, today I'm going to be making battered BBQ wings that feel and taste just like they've been deep fried. Now, the reason I started doing this is I know a few people that want to eat a little bit healthier and they love the taste and feel of fried chicken, but they also don't want the associated oil that goes with it. So I experimented. So all I like to do is just go through the wings, and I like to use the wingettes. Just make sure that there's no feathers left behind or little bits of knuckle bone over them. And then all I like to do is give them a pat down with a bit of paper towel, and we just put them aside. Okay, this is where the magic happens. I've played around with this recipe for a while now, different textures, different ingredients, and I think I've pretty much nailed this one on the head now. So it does get pretty complicated, so go and grab a pen and paper so you can jot this down. I'll wait for you, go on. Okay, so into a mixing bowl you want to add 1 cup of plain flour, and into that you want to put 1/4 cup of corn flour. Now you want to put whatever seasoning you're going to be using. Today I'm using knuckle duster, and you want to put in 4.5 teaspoons and give that a bit of a mix up. Now here's the tricky bit. You want to add 300 ml of buttermilk and whisk that up until you have the consistency of pancake batter. That's it. Put that aside and we'll use that a bit later. So today I'll be setting up the Weber Kettle to be cooking at a high indirect heat, exactly like if I was going to be cooking a roast. Now how I'll do this, I'll get a chimney starter, fill it up with briquettes, light that up, give that time, let that all ash over. I'm going to then dump that into a couple of charcoal baskets, and I'll position those baskets on either end of the charcoal grate. I'll put the grilling grate back on, put the lid back on, make sure all the vents are wide open. Now we want to be keeping these battered wings off the cooking grill or they're just going to stick. I recommend grabbing one of these kebab sets because they've got these skewers. This one is a Weber branded one, but everyone makes them these days. You can pick them up anywhere. They're really handy to use. Okay, all we need to do is load the skewers up with the wings. Just leave a little bit of space in between each one. Now I recommend using a silicone basting brush. Just the bristles are thicker, they hold a little bit more of the batter, so it just makes it a little bit easier to get it on in a nice even coat. And you only want a thin coating over each wing. Just take the time, cover them all. I know it's a messy job, but the end result is really worth it. It's time to get the wings on. Now, I recommend having a beer ready for this part of the cook. You can never be too prepared, so. Now to prep it, what you need to do is put a double layer of foil down on the cooking grate. This is just going to stop that direct radiant heat hitting these wings. Place the wings on the foil in between the 2 charcoal baskets full of lit charcoal. Put the lid back on and set a timer for 25 minutes. been 25 minutes into the cook now, so the top of those wings are going to be looking crispy. So we just need to flip them over now to give the underside time to crisp up as well. Now either use some heat-proof gloves, or like me, I've shown you before, cotton gloves with some nitrile gloves over the top. Turn all the skewers over, put the lid back on, and just set a timer now for 20 minutes. I'm cooking at a high indirect heat of well over 200 degrees Celsius today. Our cook's going to take around about 45 minutes. For those of you though who like to use my beer timer, that's 1.5 beers. But if you creep in making the batter and that, you can have a 2-beer cook finally on some wings. Cheers. So the wings are ready to come off. Now, don't forget, they're hot, and so are the skewers, so put some heat-proof gloves on again. All right, now they do tend to stick a little bit, but just take your time, okay? Just a little bit of a twist on the skewer and they should slide off perfectly. The wings are done and they're going to be hot like any fried or cooked food. And remembering that batter is going to hold in all those juices. So let it rest for about 5 minutes. Utilise this time to make your favourite sauce. My favourite sauce is beers. What are we looking for? The texture and the taste of fried chicken. Now, I've cooked these enough times now, I know what I'm getting. They're super crunchy, super moist. It's a fried, not fried chicken wing. The way to perfecting crispy barbecue battered chicken wings is high indirect heat, a batter with the consistency of pancake mixture, thinly coated, and the ability to turn the wings halfway through the cook. Do those 3 things and you'll always end up with crispy battered barbecue chicken. Could I fry them? Of course I could. The fact is, as I said at the start, I know some people who don't want to fry their food anymore, so set me a challenge. Challenge accepted, challenge met. Enjoy. Cheers for watching. Give me the like and that taste, and that was crap. A charcoal. My eye started twitching. I think I'm having a stroke. Plenty of brands out there, you can buy them everywhere these days. I'm just going to go and strangle a dog or stab it. One of these silicone toothbrush. Now we need to be keeping these wings off the cooking rate, otherwise that way you can get enough of. Now there's a fly. Don't hide. Fly, do not hide, I mean you no harm. 25 minutes. 7%, oh okay. A pancake consistency, but that wasn't the chicken wings.